my friends? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping in and talking with me about movies for just a little while. Guys, today we are talking about a gem, okay? I bought this as soon as I watched it. This is called Freaky Tales from 2024. It just dropped on Max. I saw it to rent. Before we really dive into this love letter to 1980s Oakland, hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified. Guys, this stars Pedro Pascal, Ben Mendelsohn. If you don't know who Pedro Pascal is, you've been living under a rock, brother. It's got Ben Mendelsohn in it. If you've seen Rogue One, he plays Orson Krennic. He's also Orson Krennic in Andor. That's the show. So, he's also in this great movie called Mississippi Grind with Ryan Reynolds. Check that out at some point if you haven't ever seen it, guys. But this stars those guys, and this is like I said, love letter to 1980s Oakland, California. This is an anthology style film too. One of my favorite genres of film is anthology. It's like a short story. It's like a book of short stories, right? And this has some fantastic stories. We have four tales that are freaky, right? And it stars these guys that I just told you about. And man, the stories are fantastic. We've got some punk rockers tangling with some neo-Nazis. We've got a basketball player who goes on a psychic assassination run. Like, it is just freaky tales, man. And it starts off, they all connect, and they're told by a rapper it's narrated by a rapper named Too Short, who is also from Oakland, California. And so it's narrated by him. It talks about the night that this like green cosmic storm came over Oakland and all these freaky things started happening. And so we've got the one story of the punk rockers fighting the neo-Nazi skinheads, and we've got the story of, Pedro Pascal and his wife, and he's kind of like this hitman kind of thing. But all of them interconnect, which any good anthology film should do. And it's stylized, guys. It's beautifully filmed. It has it's vibrant. That's the way I can say it. Everything is bright. The storytelling is energetic, which I loved. It was very, I don't want to say upbeat, but you felt good when you were watching it because the score is appropriately 80s. You've got the synth pop, the 80s punk rock. I mean, you've got all this fantastic music accentuating these scenes, and it's just, and then you have, each story is its own unique self-contained thing, but they all wind up coming together. And and the stories themselves are gems, not just the overarching story, but the stories themselves are highly entertaining. You love the characters. You watch them, go about their business, go about the story that's set in front of them, and it keeps you engaged because the music, the cinematography, the acting, the story itself is like, what's going to happen next? It really is a special kind of film, guys. And I don't know if it ever even got a theatrical release. I have no idea if this got a release in the theater. The only time I ever saw it was when it was available to rent on Prime Video or something like that, Fandango at home. It's the only time I had ever seen the film. And so it finally dropped on Max, right? And I said, you know what? I'm going to check it out. My buddy Nick, he watched it before I did. And, I had asked him, I said, well, let me know how that is, because I've been hesitant to pull the trigger to rent it and watch it. It just looked cool, and it's got Pedro Pascal, but what's he not in, right? I mean, he's probably going to play E.T. in the reboot of that or something. Like, literally, he's in everything. So I thought, okay, there's Pedro Pascal. And then I read the synopsis of it, right? And I thought to myself, that sounds kind of cool. But when my buddy Nick watched it, he said, dude, this movie was awesome. He was like, it has great music. Everything that I told you guys that I just said, he told me. And I said, you know what? Why not? And it was on HBOMAX. I didn't have to rent it. I didn't have to pay for it. And so I watched it. And oh my goodness, guys, it was so good. It just had that energy about it that made it entertaining and engaging, and it drew you in. The characters, the storytelling, everything was fantastic about this movie. And I highly recommend it to all of you. If you haven't seen it and you have Max, check out Freaky Tales and then come back and thank me, because you will want to, because it's that good, guys. That's it for Freaky Tales. Get out there and see it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for just a little while, talking about some movies. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. I'm going to keep making them, guys, as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon, my friends.